Welcome to Harewood House, one of Yorkshire's greatest treasures. Set right in the heart of the county, just a short drive from Leeds and Harrogate, this magnificent house is a stunning example of 18th century ambition, art and a history that's both grand and complex. In this video, we're going on a complete tour of what to see and do here. We'll explore the magnificent state floor, room by room, wander through the stunning terrace garden, find out what happened to the famous old bird garden, and I'll share all the practical tips you need to plan your own day out. Harewood is so much more than a house. It's a living museum and a vast landscape just waiting to be discovered. Let's get started. To understand Harewood, you need to know its beginnings. Edwin Lascelles, born in Barbados, was the son of Henry Lascelles, who made his fortune from the West Indian sugar trade. That wealth, built on enslaved African labour, funded the creation of Harewood House. Inside Harewood House, an exhibition explores how slavery, though illegal in England, thrived in the Caribbean and funded estates like this. It's a stark reminder that immense beauty was built on deep injustice. This immense wealth allowed Edwin to return to Yorkshire and build a home that would cement his family's place in the English aristocracy. In 1759, he laid the first stone for Harewood House, picking a spot with incredible views over the Wharfe Valley landscape. He wanted the absolute best, so he put together a dream team of 18th century artisans. The architect for the outside was the famous John Carr of York. For the interiors, Lascelles hired the fashionable and innovative Robert Adam to create rooms of unparalleled grandeur. The furniture was made by England's greatest cabinet maker, Thomas Chippendale, whose workshops created custom pieces for nearly every room. And to shape the 1,000 acres, or roughly 400 hectares, of surrounding parkland, they brought in the visionary landscape architect, Lancelot Capability Brown. The second you step into Harewood House, you feel the sheer ambition of Edwin Lascelles. This was a house designed to impress, and the state floor is where that really shines. Our tour starts in the entrance hall. This incredible space was designed by Robert Adam to feel like a classical Roman temple, and it sets a grand tone for the rest of the house. The intricate ceiling is classic Adam. Take a look at the 8 magnificent hall chairs. They are almost certainly the work of Thomas Chippendale, designed to fit the monumental scale of the room. But the most powerful piece in here is the sculpture of Adam by Sir Jacob Epstein, carved from a single block of alabaster. This modern sculpture was bought by the 7th Earl in the 1960s and has stood here ever since. From the hall we head into the first of the 3 libraries, the Old Library. This room looks almost exactly as it did when Robert Adam first designed it. It has all the signature features, the elaborate ceiling, classical columns and pastel colours. It's a perfect example of that harmonious design that defines Harewood. Continuing on, we step into a series of rooms with a very royal connection. In 1922, Henry Lascelles, the 6th Earl of Harewood, married Princess Mary, the only daughter of King George V. They made Harewood their home in 1930, and she lived here for 35 years. You can feel her presence in Princess Mary's dressing room. It really feels like a home within a palace. In fact, if you're a fan of the Downton Abbey film, you might recognise Harewood. It was a major filming location, with Princess Mary herself as a key character. The adjacent east bedroom is just jaw-dropping. The walls are covered in exquisite hand-painted Chinese wallpaper, forming a continuous mural. This chinoiserie style was the height of fashion and incredibly expensive. The state bedroom was, as you'd guess, for the most important guests, like visiting royalty. It welcomed Grand Duke Nicholas of Russia in 1816 and a young Princess Victoria in 1835, years before she became Queen. The whole room, with its rich fabrics and magnificent state bed, was designed to be a spectacle of status. Moving on, we find the Spanish Library, named for the amazing 17th century Spanish leather frieze on the walls. It's a rich, cosy space, but keep an eye out for the new portrait of Miss Lamb by contemporary artist Layla Harris, displayed here for the Austin and Turner exhibition, which runs until Sunday, 19th of October 2025. The main library, once called the Saloon, was the social heart of the house, and it remains a central point on the state floor tour. Now we get to the rooms facing west, starting with the yellow drawing room. It was named for the yellow silk that Edwin Lascelles originally bought for the walls. The cinnamon drawing room is one of Harewood's most striking interiors. The room takes its name from the warm cinnamon-coloured wallpaper that was fashionable at the time. Look closely at the ornate plasterwork on the ceiling and the gilded details framing the space. And now prepare to be amazed as we enter the gallery. At over 23 metres long, this is the grandest room in the house. It was Robert Adams' masterpiece, designed to completely dazzle guests with its plasterwork, painted panels and mirrors. This is where Harewood's incredible art collection really comes to life. The Lascelles family have been patrons of the arts for centuries, supporting a young Turner who came here to paint the new house and its landscape. The gallery is home to priceless masterpieces by artists like Titian and El Greco, alongside family portraits by Sir Joshua Reynolds and Thomas Gainsborough. Next door, the dining room has seen a few changes. Robert Adams' original design was totally redone by Sir Charles Barry, the same architect who famously redesigned the Palace of Westminster and worked on Highclere Castle, the setting for Downton Abbey. He created a much more stylish and practical space for formal diners. Our tour of the state floor ends in the music room. This space keeps up much of the original 18th century design, with musical themes woven into the plasterwork and decorations. It features stunning paintings and, once again, magnificent furniture by Chippendale. So what's your favourite room? The shared grandeur of the gallery, or the personal touch of Princess Mary's dressing room? Let me know in the comments. Okay, so we've seen the glamour upstairs. But what about the people who made it all happen? You can't leave Harewood without exploring the Below Stairs exhibition. This experience takes you right into the world of the servants who kept this huge estate running. You can walk through the original kitchens with their massive ranges and gleaming copper pots, and see the sculleries and storerooms that were the real engines of the house. You'll see the servants' hall where they ate and relaxed, and get a real sense of the strict hierarchy, from the head butler right down to the youngest maid. It's a fascinating look at the other side of life at Harewood, and a crucial part of its story. Now that we've explored the house, let's head outside, because Harewood's grounds are just as spectacular. While the wider estate is over 1,600 hectares, the visitor gardens and grounds cover more than 55 hectares, with the main landscape designed by the legendary Capability Brown. The best place to start is the magnificent terrace garden. This formal Italian-style terrace wasn't actually part of Brown's plan. It was added in the 1840s by Sir Charles Barry, the celebrated architect of the Houses of Parliament. It runs along the entire south side of the house and gives you the most breathtaking views over Capability Brown's landscape and his signature Y-shaped lake. From the terrace you can wander down into acres of beautiful parkland. There are walking trails that take you through woods, past groves of rhododendrons, and along the lake where you can spot plenty of wildlife. And if you love gardens, you absolutely can't miss the historic walled garden. Tucked away on the southern shore of the lake, it was originally the estate's kitchen garden. Today, it's a vibrant space filled with heritage vegetables, fruits and flowers, all grown using sustainable methods. For something a bit different, check out the Himalayan Garden. This area was first developed by Princess Mary in the 1930s and is now a plant hunter's paradise, full of rare and exotic plants from the Himalayan region. Now, for anyone who's visited Harewood years ago, you'd probably remember the famous bird garden. For over 50 years, it was home to penguins, flamingos and colourful macaws. However, it's really important for anyone planning a visit to know that the bird garden is now permanently closed. The decision was made in 2023. After 50 years, the enclosures needed a major refurbishment that would have cost around £4 million. Believing the birds' welfare was the top priority, the very difficult but ethical decision was made to close the garden and rehome the birds to other zoos where their long-term care could be guaranteed. While it's sad for those who loved it, Harewood is starting an exciting new chapter. The plan is to redevelop the area into a new woodland walk and garden, creating a habitat where native wildlife like red kites and otters can thrive. This change shows the Trust's commitment to conservation and making sure Harewood can be enjoyed for generations to come. So, are you ready to plan your trip? Here's what you need to know. Harewood is easy to get to by car, with lots of free parking. There are also good bus connections. The number 36 bus runs frequently between Leeds and Harrogate and stops in Harewood Village, about a 15-minute walk from the house. There's enough here to keep you busy for hours, which means that you'll need to pause for a bite to eat at some point. Fortunately, you'll find cafes, shops and plenty of beautiful spots for a picnic. Finally, make sure that you see what special exhibitions are on. For 2025, Harewood is celebrating the 250th anniversaries of painter J.M.W. Turner and novelist Jane Austen with a major exhibition called Austen and Turner, A Country House Encounter. The exhibition is currently running while I've made this video, and it's not in a separate exhibition space in the house. It actually has exhibits placed throughout all the rooms as you tour the house. So it may be a little bit different if you're visiting when the exhibition finishes. Now, the exhibition will be finishing in mid-October 2025. So even if you're watching this while the exhibition is still running, there's a very good chance it won't be running when you visit. So just bear in mind that the rooms may look slightly different when you visit. Harewood House is a truly remarkable place. It's a house built on a scale that's hard to imagine, filled with priceless art, and set in a landscape that's a work of art in itself. It's a place with a complex history, royal connections, and a story that's constantly evolving. From the opulent staterooms to the humble kitchens, from the grand terraces to the quiet woodland walks, there's so much to experience here. It's a complete day out for anyone interested in history, art, nature, or just spending time in one of the most beautiful places in Yorkshire. Thanks so much for joining me on this tour of Harewood House. If you found this guide helpful, please give it a like, and I'd love to hear about your own experiences or plans to visit Harewood in the comments below. Until next time, happy travels.